Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. So trying to buy some beans from the US, and that spurred the market yesterday, and it helped canola along a little bit. But I did show, or will be showing, some charts and the percent move and that kind of stuff. But and NOPA Crush numbers came out yesterday as well. So just quick look, exclusive. China snaps up US soybeans after pledge to Trump, but at a higher price. And you can see here the higher price actually. U.S. Gulf shipments were $2.35 to $2.40 over the January um, Chicago Board of Trade, and then the Brazilian new crop soy was at approximately $1.25. So there was a total of 14 vessels confirmed. Thought that there might be 20 vessels in total that got bought. Still a long ways to continue to get to the 12 million for sure. That's committed. China's big buy is less about the market economics, since the U.S. beans are pricier than Brazil, and more about honoring political commitments. The move lifted U.S. futures and cash premiums, offering relief to farmers after a tough season. That was kind of the summary. So you can see here the RJO, they put out some numbers, went after it got dropped yesterday. The actual numbers were Crush was way ahead of the estimates, right? And I hate to use average, because average is just the numbers in between. But you can see that towards the top end of the stocks and the oil production. So that's kind of, or oil yield is actually in question of that yield, and you can see that in some of these charts here that I got from StoneX. This is a projected production. So when you keep on talking about numbers, you basically have to try to follow a steep curve going up like this. So the expectation is that there's going to be even more coming online. You can see where the crush numbers are versus the 5-year range. The 5-year range still had an increase in production. So the top end of the five-year range will be last year's number. It shouldn't be a surprise. The soybean meal production pretty high as well, because when you crush them both, you get meal. This is maybe the outlier surprise right here, is that the yield of the oil is a little bit lower than expected, and the meal yield is it's good. It's pretty high. Yeah. Anyway, India set for a record wheat planting. So another news just came across here this morning. India is on track for a record acreage and production, driven by strong rainfall, government price support. So that's the key part of that, and the good weather. This could stabilize the domestic prices and cautiously reopen exports, because they've been shut down since 2022. They've basically blocked themselves from exporting. And the Liberals won their non-confidence vote, passing their budget. So just watch where the money goes. This has always been something that's been pointed out, is how many conflicts of interest does this guy have? So where's the money going to go with his budget? Is it going to go just to line his pocket? And it definitely looks like that right now. So clown show Carney. Here's just a guess at the weather, and it looks like there's going to be some cold sitting in the first part of December in Alberta and western Saskatchewan, and I would say it's going to be cold all over. Once you start cooling off, you get cold. Some precipitation moving here. You can see the snow is by the time we get to mid next week, there's going to be a band right across. So we'll be driving in snow. Just a quick look at some of the active weather going across there as well. So the South America weather, you can see that soybean getting planted and grown in those areas, there's no problems with moisture, especially when you're pushing it way up into those kind of percentages for sure. So off to probably a good start to a good crop and a big crop. So quick look at the canola. It's just trading down 655 as we start off the day. And there's been some erratic moves, man. The market has been going erratic from the overnight sessions into the day sessions, and by the time it all closes. Rapeseed basically flat, just down a little tiny bit there as well. Soybean oil 51.89. Crude oil just shy of $60. Soybeans just shy of 11.60, up 2.25 cents. And your wheats are all up. Spring wheat trading 5.75. Hard red winter up a couple cents, and your Chicago wheat is up 3.25 cents. Corn up a penny and a half, and your Canadian dollar trying to recover a fraction of a penny here as well. So here's your soybean Uh, and here's your meal, and here's your crude oil. So this is crude. Here's your uh, canola, and here's your oil itself. So you could say that these two are kind of following each other, and this one's not far off either. So, um, and the reason I put crude on here is with the renewable fuels and how it's being used, with the lower prices of crude oil, it's definitely impacting the profitability of using renewable fuels as well. So if Saudi Arabia and all the others are part of OPEC keep the pressure to keep the prices down on crude oil, and sure, U.S. is doing the same thing, but I would say it's actually the bigger players on the world market keeping the prices down is keeping the profitability of squeezing out that oil as well. So just have a quick look here. You can see the Canadian or the canola futures. Nice move there yesterday and the last couple of days. So we're getting into higher areas of the retracement values. So this is the NOV 26, and the next upside target would actually be just above the market at 680. And then you look at 700 as well, where it made previous highs. Uh, European rapeseed, still trading in this band between 50% and 38.2 retracement value. Soybean oil hasn't really broke out yet. It hasn't made new highs from over here yet, or trying to do it as we speak here. And next level would actually be up in that 53.75 area. Soybean futures, though, you can see how it's taken off. Crude palm oil, absolutely nothing sandwich, just kind of trading along. And your crude oil is looking like it's still in this downward trend. Canadian dollar, it's in this downward trend in general as well. US dollar, upside resistance at this $100 index. Doesn't look like it's wanting to trade through there. Nice little leg here that we were getting in wheat, but when you look at the overall big picture, it's still bearish. But when you look at it in zoomed in view and fewer days, it definitely looks like there's a possible reversal here. And you got the same kind of leg up here that you've got in the Kansas and Chicago, but you do not see the exact same thing in the Matif, the French wheat. Corn futures, you would say that's definitely still in an uptrend, and as long as it stays above some of these other support lines, it would be favorable. Live cattle, still feeling pressure, and the big season for grilling is over here as well. So we'll have to see what the spring futures going to bring as grilling season starts over there in the winter again. And there's been freeing up of tariffs as well, or lightening up of tariffs, because now Trump is concerned about the cost of living as well. Hopefully we can get our Canadian government thinking the same way. That's all I have for you.